Nissan Stadium in Nashville. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Miami Dolphins and the Tennessee Titans. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
This fielded at the 2. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
Here's the first carry for Kenyon Drake. And this will go for 5 up to the 33. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Only 2 there on the dump off. It's third down. On the defensive side, here are the starters for Tennessee. They were excellent a week ago in that victory over the Colts. And last week in that victory, they were pretty good. Probably a pretty easy film session, I would imagine.
And after a performance like that, so many people think you just roll into film, take your popcorn, kick back, and enjoy the show because they played well. I can just tell you from experience, after a win is when coaches come down on you harder because they want to emphasize all the mistakes that happen. Because you won, you're in a good mood. They want to bring you back to earth. Oftentimes you walk out of there and you ask your teammate, did we win last week?
So my assumption was wrong. And a loose football. It's picked up by the Titans. But he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. The numbers on the ground for Logan a week ago. 21 carries, 121 yards, and a touchdown.
And a rushing title's definitely within sight, so the excitement on the offensive side of the football, I mean, they're bouncing off the walls wanting to get out there, but they also understand that they're going to face some really stacked defenses down the stretch because they don't want it to happen at their expense.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. From the gun, Herbert. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a first down.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
This is caught. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
It's got to the point when we see guys like that make that type of a catch. Not fair goes through my brain. That size, that speed, and now they're acting like wide receivers too.
Yeah, tight end one-handed catches. They're kind of like wide receiver one-handed catches nowadays.
Just not right.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Looking to throw. Herbert looking end zone, but it's incomplete. The intended receiver there was jasont1991's, but now it's 3rd and goal. That's already the 3rd time they've looked his way on this opening drive. He's caught one of the 3.
That doesn't mean they won't continue to go in that direction. It feels like they think they've got something good going there, and they think those numbers are going.
Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. Jasont1991, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. No surprise there, 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, he might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded at the 6. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 6 catches, 60 yards. Running, it's Drake. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line.
And he was able to haul that pass in there, but he knows he's got a tough task ahead of him. This unit in the top 5 in the NFL against the pass. He's going to have to really work hard to get open.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
On first down, Drake. Even with the good footwork, he'll be stopped just inside the 35-yard line. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Second and 2. Got a man open. That's Devontae Parker, complete. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Devontae Parker, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter.
All the receivers in the league are plenty good enough, otherwise they wouldn't make it in the NFL. But the ones that go to the Pro Bowl, they have refined route running ability.
The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it ends with a touchdown for the Dolphins. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be fielded at the 6. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. As we take a look at the playoff picture, and certainly a lot of jostling still to go in these final few weeks. For the moment, they would be a wild card team, far from locked up, but that's why this is exciting. These last few weeks, a lot to play for.
Yeah, exciting for us because we get to talk about it, and, you know, at the end of the day, 6 teams are going to go from each conference, and guess what? We're going to have a playoffs. But nerve-wracking for all the people involved, all the teams, because their goal is to get there. And anything less than that makes the season a disappointment. So they've got to be primed now for a big finish to their season.
That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom, quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
This is Miller, complete. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. These two teams all tied after one. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. This one angles out of bounds at a good spot in the coffin corner. And they're going to mark this out of the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Wide open receiver, complete. And they take this up near the 30 before he's taken down. 23 yards, the final tally. On first down, Drake. Bringing him down defensively, Jayon Brown.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately. I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
A few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Titan offense now as they make their way back onto the field. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, do you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Got to give a nod of appreciation to some of those guys up front over on that left side. Several key blocks sprung here.
No appreciation for the guys from the backside that didn't allow any leakage and anybody to run him down from the backside.
They're at the kids' table.
Okay, so front side guys, good. Yeah. Backside guys,
nah.
That's what you're supposed to do?
I've had better.
Okay, either way, worked out quite well, didn't it? A nice sizable game.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. 2nd and 5. Got him in. It's Brown. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 7 yards there and a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
Some think the teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. The Titans on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Operating from the gun, Herbert. This will be caught by Brown. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. From the gun, Herbert. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Give the sack to Aaron Lynch, the former USF Bull. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. 2nd and 10. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Micah Hyde comes flying in from safety for the sack.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
52, Mike, 52.
Hey, Haywood.
52's the mic, boys, 52. Hey, pick your game up.
Now.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Herbert. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Well, so a drive that spans all that time, and yet you may only come away with 3 points here.
Well, your defense, all right, they actually like these long drives. They get to rest over on the sidelines for a while. But when you're not finishing with points in terms of touchdowns, that's frustrating. They've got to figure out how to close out these long drives and get 6s instead of 3s.
And no mistaking that sound. It reverberated through the whole stadium.
And it's the sound Brandon no kicker wants to hear. It looked like he had it on target the whole way, but the upright said,
Drake will start the drive on the ground. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. 2nd and 11. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a 1st down.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. The last catch took him 2 yards in the wrong direction, so now what can they do on 3rd? He'll look to throw. Big tight end over the middle, complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. This quarterback now 9 of 11 passing in this first half. He's got his guys at 1st and 10. Now back to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's George. And he's taken down inside the 30. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. looking to throw. He goes underneath to Drake. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. On now the Miami field goal unit. On the left hash mark, this a 38-yard attempt. And this one is right through. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. Now, the drive ends in just 3, but they'll take it. Looks like they'll head to the locker room, barring something unfortunate, in front on the scoreboard.
Yeah, they may not be jumping up and down and celebrating because they have the lead, but still, any little momentum in a game like this is important to a team, and they'll feel real good about going in and regrouping, knowing that they are out in front.
Just 11 seconds to go in the half as they have it 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Herbert. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Hey, 25 to Mike. We'll go 25 to Mike.
Ready?
The final shot before break. Herbert, he's going to go for a big play downfield. And this is what here? Incomplete, they say. It looked like it was intercepted. Okay, well, so much for the halftime report here. Guy can't even finish his Snickers. We're going to get right to the 3rd quarter. Let me spit this out. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Now this throw caught left side, and he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 47. Back to throw. Herbert, and he'll find Hall. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 20 yards on both of those plays back-to-back there. They are moving now. It's another 1st down.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
And down inside the 15 he goes. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a 1st down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
They'll get 13 yards for the 2nd play in a row. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. Jonnu Smith with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Titans are going to retake the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 14-10. So that drive, 6 plays, 75 yards. And it ends with a Tennessee score. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. Jayon Brown able to record his 5th sack of the season. So the opening drive of this third quarter, they're trying to set the tone for the second half.
And without a doubt, they did exactly that. I've known coaches who have said the first 5 minutes of each half are so important to do exactly what you said, which is set the tone. I've also heard coaches talk about the first 5 plays. Let's go out and be aggressive right off the top. That's exactly what they did.
Well, nice job on the... Return there, 16 yards, and it'll be Titan football. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Tennessee getting the first down on a big play of 18 yards. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Hey, Charlie!
Ricky. Mike 52. Hey, check. Mike 52. It's coming this way. Here we go.
Now a play fake here on first down. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Tennessee getting the first down on a big play of 18 yards.
Ready to break.
59, Mike. Check. 59. Watch the run.
Ready.
Throwing on first down. Herbert. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Defense wins championships, baby.
To throw again. Herbert. That's complete right around the 8. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. Second down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a third and a couple remaining. Looking to throw. Herbert got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. A.J. Brown, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this third quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Dolphins' offense now heads back on the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. On 3rd and short, Drake. And an alley to run. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
They'll drop to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's George. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll set up a throw. It's complete to Drake. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. They'll look to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's George. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's George. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. Now a draw play with Drake. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak. Not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3 and out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
Room here to run. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well.
Check 52. Check 52.
Hey, high 7. Hey, stand off.
Check 49. Hey, let's
Get it.
They'll run it here with Logan. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Let's go.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game? Moves along.
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Back to throw. Herbert. It's caught. It's Miller. And down inside the 15 he goes. Give him 16 yards there, a Tennessee first down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they can see.
And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Scott Miller with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Titans are able to extend their lead.
Well, after another passing touchdown, I don't think it'd be an understatement to say that he's in the zone, and I believe he likes it.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is up to 15 now. Just a 4-play drive that time. And the result in the end, a Titans touchdown. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jerome Baker racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
Remember, throughout my career here, defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, that's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. On 1st and 10, Herbert. He'll find Miller. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. A gain of 6 there on 1st. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. 2nd and 4. And it's caught. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
This fielded at the 2. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. 2nd and 2. On the right side, open is Gesicki. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
Now throwing on first down and completing it. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll run on first down. It's Drake, and he's going to get this inside the 30. A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11. Back to throw here.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Call that a very strong gain of 24. He'll look to throw. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. 2nd and 6. And he's going to go down again. Couple of plays sent him the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14. They'll set up to throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. They're going to look to throw. And this is caught by Parker for a Miami touchdown. Devontae Parker, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Dolphins are able to cut into this lead.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed. But
nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Titans.
It's funny to me because we actually keep a football in the booth with us during games, and I notice you cradling the football. You got it tucked pretty tight with the points of pressure here, and that didn't occur on that play, did it?
Now, you saying I wouldn't have fumbled if I was down there?
You would not have fumbled. You got that thing locked in tight.
I also have really large biceps.
Ready up.
Mark 59, Mark. Check, 59.
Snap.
Following the fumble recovery, Herbert. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. On the carry, it's Logan. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a first down.
Here we go.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
This is Logan. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. So they'll will come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They run with Logan, and he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. Looking to throw. Herbert, the catch made by Miller. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left.
Let's go. 90 Wolf.
Choose the mic. All day, every day, any day.
Let's go.
That one looks like he'll throw here. This will be caught just inside the 10. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
Let's go. Let's go.
Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal.
Get it.
Back to throw. Herbert. And this will be caught. Well, forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown.
Well, I've got to laugh here, and I really don't want to because the old school in me is not happy about this score this late, not necessary. But this is Madden, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is how it works.
Rub it in. Have a day.
I mean, what does it matter? These guys who are playing in this game, there are no feelings
Exactly.
there.
They don't have to face